Once upon a time in a bustling city, there lived a rickshaw driver named Anil. He was a kind and hard-working man in his early 40s. Every day, he would navigate through busy streets, offering rides to people who needed them. Despite the long hours and little pay, Anil was always cheerful. He had a dream that kept him motivated. He wanted to give his only son, Arjun, a better life than he had. Arjun was a bright boy. Since he was very little, he showed a keen interest in studying. While other children played games, he would read books and watch educational shows. Anil noticed his son's passion and did everything he could to support it. He would save every extra coin he earned to buy Arjun school supplies and books. He knew that education could change their lives. That on days when the weather was good, Anil would take Arjun along with him in the rickshaw after school. They would sit together, and Anil would share stories about the importance of hard work and dedication. "Never give up on your dreams, Arjun," he would say. "If you study hard, one day you could be a doctor." Arjun's eyes would sparkle at the thought. "I want to be a doctor. Papa, I want to help people." Anil smiled, proud of his son's ambition. However, he also felt a nagging worry. Becoming a doctor was a big challenge, and Anil had to find ways to make sure Arjun could achieve this dream without falling into the trap of poverty. One day, a school notice came home. It said there would be a science competition. The winner would receive a scholarship to a prestigious school in the city. Arjun's heart raced with excitement. He wanted to enter the competition, but needed to prepare well. Anil encouraged him. "You can do it. I believe in you." Arjun worked tirelessly. He spent hours researching and creating a project on the human heart. He gathered materials from old books and newspapers. Anil watched his son's enthusiasm and decided to help further. Every evening after work, he would assist Arjun, even though he was tired from driving all day. When the day of the competition arrived, Anil was both nervous and proud. He took a day off work to support Arjun. At the venue, they saw many other students with fancy projects and displays. Anil could see Arjun get anxious. "Don't worry, my son," Anil whispered. "Go and show them what you have done." With newfound confidence, Arjun presented his project. He spoke clearly and passionately about the heart and its functions. The judges listened attentively, and Anil watched with pride swelling in his chest. After presentations, the judges announced the winners, and to their delight, Arjun won first place. That night, they celebrated with simple snacks. Anil hugged his son tightly, feeling a mix of joy and relief. "You did it, Arjun. This is just the beginning." With the scholarship, Arjun's life began to change. He attended a better school, met new friends, and learned from amazing teachers. He worked hard, always remembering the sacrifices his father made for him. Anil continued to drive his rickshaw, putting in long hours to pay for Arjun's education. Years passed, and Arjun graduated high school with excellent grades. He was accepted into medical school, a major stepping stone towards his dream of becoming a doctor. Anil couldn't have been prouder. However, the financial burden also increased. Medical school was expensive, and Anil often worried about how they would manage to pay for it. He started driving his rickshaw even more, sometimes working beyond midnight to earn extra money. But despite the struggles, Anil never complained. He wanted Arjun to focus on his studies without distractions. Each night, he would prepare a simple dinner and tell Arjun, "You are my champion. Just keep pushing forward." Medical school was tough for Arjun. He faced rigorous studies, exams, and countless hours in training. There were times when he felt overwhelmed and wanted to give up. But each time he thought about quitting, he remembered his father, the sacrifices Anil made for him. This pushed him to continue. One day, during a particularly hard week, Arjun returned home feeling defeated. "Papa, it's so hard. I'm not sure I can do this anymore." Anil looked at his son and said, "Remember your dream? Every challenge is a step toward it. I believe in you, and so should you." Those words lit a fire in Arjun. He decided to take on extra work. He volunteered at the local clinic to gain experience and even started tutoring younger students. This not only helped him learn more, but also eased some of the financial burden on his father. Years of hard work finally paid off. Arjun graduated from medical school with honors. Anil sat in the audience, tears in his eyes as he watched his son walk across the stage to receive his diploma. It was a moment of triumph, a culmination of their struggles and sacrifices. Later, at his first job in a hospital, Arjun made a promise to himself. He would not only help his patients, but also give back to his community. He remembered those who struggled like his father did and wanted to make a difference. Anil and Arjun's story inspired others in their neighborhood. They became known as a symbol of hope, proof that dreams can come true regardless of where you start. Anil continued to drive his rickshaw, now with pride, knowing his hard work had paved the way for a brighter future for his son. Years later, as Dr. Arjun stood in his own clinic, he looked around and smiled. His journey had been tough, but without the rickshaw driver who believed in him, none of it would have been possible. Anil had not just raised a doctor, he had raised a beacon of hope for others to follow. Their story was not just about struggle, but about love, determination, and the power of believing in dreams. Characters: Asterisk Rahim, a hard-working and selfless rickshaw driver. Asterisk Aisha, Rahim's supportive and loving wife. Asterisk Kamal, Rahim and Aisha's bright and determined son. Asterisk Dr. Sharma, a kind and compassionate doctor who mentors Kamal. Asterisk Mrs. Patel, a wealthy and influential woman who doubts Kamal's abilities. The rickshaw driver who raised a doctor in the bustling city of Mumbai, where dreams and struggles intertwine, lived Rahim, a humble rickshaw driver. His days were long and arduous, pedaling through crowded streets, battling scorching heat and torrential rain. But Rahim's heart was filled with unwavering determination, a burning desire to provide a better life for his family, especially his bright and promising son. Kamal, to Rahim's small, one-room home, was a sanctuary of love and laughter, shared with his devoted wife Aisha and their beloved Kamal. Aisha, a skilled seamstress, worked tirelessly to supplement their meager income. Despite their hardships, they instilled in Kamal the importance of education, nurturing his thirst for knowledge. From a young age, Kamal showed exceptional academic abilities. He excelled in school, devouring books and displaying a keen interest in science and medicine. Rahim and Aisha recognized their son's potential and vowed to support his dreams, no matter the cost that as Kamal progressed through school. The financial strain on the family grew. Rahim worked longer hours, his body aching and weary, but his spirit remained unbroken. Aisha took on extra sewing projects, sacrificing her own comfort to provide for her son's education. One sweltering afternoon, while waiting for passengers near a local hospital, Rahim witnessed a doctor rushing to attend to an emergency. The doctor's dedication and compassion left a lasting impression on Rahim, solidifying his belief in the noble profession of medicine. He imagined Kamal one day wearing a white coat, healing the sick and bringing solace to those in need. Inspired, Rahim began saving every rupee he could spare, secretly putting aside for Kamal's future medical education. He would often go without meals, sacrificing his own well-being for his son's dreams. Aisha, aware of her husband's sacrifices, would lovingly prepare simple but nourishing meals, ensuring he had the strength to carry on. As Kamal near the end of high school, the pressure mounted. Medical school was expensive, and Rahim's savings were far from sufficient. Doubts crept into his mind, threatening to extinguish the flame of hope. One day, while ferrying a passenger, Rahim struck up a conversation with Dr. Sharma, a kind and compassionate doctor who worked at the local hospital. Dr. Sharma was impressed by Rahim's humility and dedication to his son's education. He offered to mentor Kamal, providing guidance and support as he prepared for his medical school entrance exams. Under Dr. Sharma's tutelage, Kamal flourished. He studied diligently, absorbing knowledge like a sponge. Dr. Sharma saw in Kamal a genuine passion for medicine and a deep empathy for his fellow human beings. However, not everyone was supportive of Kamal's aspirations. Mrs. Patel, a wealthy and influential woman in the community, scoffed at the idea of a rickshaw driver's son becoming a doctor. She believed that medicine was a profession reserved for the privileged and elite. Mrs. Patel made it her mission to discourage Kamal, spreading rumors and casting doubts on his abilities. She even tried to bribe him to abandon his dreams, offering him a menial job in her factory. But Kamal remained steadfast, refusing to be swayed by Mrs. Patel's negativity. He drew strength from his parents' unwavering belief in him and Dr. Sharma's encouragement. The day of the medical school entrance exams arrived, and Kamal was filled with a mix of excitement and trepidation. He knew that his future and his family's hopes rested on his performance as he sat in the examination hall. Kamal remembered his father's callous hands, his mother's loving smile, and Dr. Sharma's inspiring words. He channeled his energy and focus, answering each question with precision and confidence. Weeks later, the results were announced, and Kamal's name was at the top of the list. He had not only passed the exams, but had also secured a scholarship to one of the most prestigious medical schools in the country. Overjoyed, Kamal rushed home to share the news with his parents. Rahim and Aisha embraced their son, tears of joy streaming down their faces. Their sacrifices had paid off. Their son was one step closer to realizing his dreams. Kamal's journey through medical school was challenging, but he persevered, driven by his passion for medicine and his gratitude to his parents. He excelled in his studies, earning the respect of his professors and peers. During his spare time, Kamal volunteered at the local hospital, assisting Dr. Sharma and gaining invaluable experience. He witnessed firsthand the suffering of patients and the dedication of healthcare professionals. As Kamal neared graduation, he received an invitation to intern at a renowned hospital in the United States. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but it meant leaving his family and his country. Torn between his personal aspirations and his filial duties, Kamal sought guidance from his parents. Rahim and Aisha, understanding the significance of the opportunity, encouraged him to go. They knew that Kamal's success would not only benefit him, but also inspire countless others in their community. With his parents' blessings, Kamal embarked on his journey to the United States. He excelled during his internship, impressing his mentors with his knowledge, skills, and compassion. After completing his internship, Kamal returned to India, determined to serve his community. He joined Dr. Sharma at the local hospital, working tirelessly to provide quality health care to those in need. Kamal's reputation as a skilled and compassionate doctor spread far and wide. Patients from all walks of life sought his help, and he treated everyone with respect and dignity. Mrs. Patel, humbled by Kamal's success, approached him with an apology. She admitted that she had been wrong to doubt him and praised his dedication to serving the community. Kamal, with his characteristic humility, forgave Mrs. Patel and invited her to join him in his efforts to improve health care in the region. Rahim, now retired from driving his rickshaw, watched with pride as his son, the doctor, made a difference in the lives of so many. He knew that his struggles had been worth it, for he had raised a son who was not only successful but also compassionate and selfless. And so, the story of the rickshaw driver who raised a doctor became a legend in the city of Mumbai, a testament to the power of dreams, the importance of education, and the unwavering love of a family. Title: The Rickshaw Driver Who Raised a Doctor in the Bustling City of India, where the streets were alive with honks and chatter, lived a humble rickshaw driver named Raju. Raju was a man of simple pleasures. He found joy in the chirping of birds and the smiles of children. Every morning, he would wake up before dawn, wash his rickshaw, and prepare for another long day of work. Driving people across the city was not just a job for him. It was a way to support his family. Raju lived in a small house with his wife, Meera, and their only child, Aditi. Meera was a gentle woman who took care of the household chores and supported Raju's dreams. They lived a modest life, but Raju always encouraged Aditi to dream big. Aditi was a bright girl with a fierce determination to become a doctor. Her love for science and helping others inspired Raju to work even harder. As Aditi grew older, the pressures of life began to weigh on Raju. The cost of education was rising, and he often worried whether he could provide the best for his daughter. Yet, he never let Aditi see his fears. They would often sit together, and he would tell her, "You can achieve anything you want, Aditi. Just study hard and stay focused." One day, Raju made a plan. He decided to save every penny he could. He started to work extra hours, taking passengers even late into the night. Each time he returned home, he would hide a small amount of money under a loose floor tile in their living room. Meera wondered about his odd behavior, but Raju smiled and assured her it was nothing to worry about. Years passed, and Aditi studied in school, excelling in her studies. She dreamed of becoming a doctor to help the poor in their community. The sight of Raju driving the rickshaw tirelessly motivated her. Whenever she saw him under the sun, drenched in sweat, she would feel a surge of determination. Each time she reached home after school, she would seek advice from her father, who had a unique perspective on life. One evening, Mira noticed Raju coming home much later than usual and looking more tired than ever. Concerned, she confronted him. "Raju, you need to rest. You're working too hard," she said, worry lines etching her forehead. "I'm just doing for Aditi's future," he replied with a tired smile. The more Raju worked, the more Aditi's dreams grew. Finally, the day came when she graduated from high school with the highest marks in her class. Aditi applied to a prestigious medical college and, to her joy, received an acceptance letter. However, her joy turned to anxiety when she realized the cost of college was beyond Raju and Mira's means. The tuition fees were steep, and the thought of letting her father down broke her heart. That night, she heard Raju whisper in the living room as he counted the money he had saved. Curiosity took over her, and Aditi tiptoed closer. She discovered the money hidden under the floor tile. It was more than she thought, but it surely wouldn't be enough for her college fees. A wave of realization hit her. Her father had sacrificed so much for her education. Taking a deep breath, she approached Raju the next morning. "Papa, I want to talk about college," she said softly. "Whatever it is, sweetheart, don't worry," Raju replied, sensing her discomfort. "I saw the money. I know you've been working hard and saving for my education, but it's too much for you. I can't let you bear the burden," she said, her voice trembling. Raju sighed, looking into his daughter's eyes. "This is not a burden, Aditi. This is my dream, too. You becoming a doctor is all I ever wanted. You have to believe in yourself." "But I can't let you go without rest," Aditi pleaded. "Maybe I should take a break and work." Raju smiled gently. "This is our only chance. You are meant for greater things, Aditi." With newfound determination, Aditi continued her studies while Raju worked tirelessly. As the days turned into months, Aditi managed to get a scholarship, which covered half of her tuition. Even though this was a relief, it was still not enough, and Raju's sacrifices weighed heavily on her heart. One evening, while Raju was driving, he picked up a woman who seemed worried. "What's bothering you, ma'am?" he asked kindly. "My daughter is very ill, and I cannot afford a doctor's fees," she replied with tears in her eyes. Without thinking, Raju stopped the rickshaw. He opened his wallet and handed her a few notes. "Take this. It's not much, but may help." The woman was shocked. "Are you sure? This is for your family." "My family will be fine," he said with a warm smile. The act of kindness weighed heavily on Raju. It reminded him of why he wanted Aditi to become a doctor. He wanted her to heal others, just like he did, even in small ways. The day finally came for Aditi's first semester. Raju and Mira sat in the front row as Aditi received her first award for academic excellence. Tears of joy streamed down Raju's face, pride swelling in his heart. Aditi spoke at the event. "I would like to thank my parents, especially my father, who worked tirelessly for my dreams. I promise not to let you down." As Raju looked at Aditi, he felt that all his struggles were worth it. He believed that she would one day help others in ways he could not. Years passed, and Aditi became a doctor. She opened a small clinic in her community, offering free medical services to those in need. Raju, now an old man, watched as Aditi treated patients with love and care. Raju knew that with every patient she helped, he was beside her, driving her forward through every challenge. He realized that he had not just raised a doctor, he had given her the tools to change lives. Their journey was not just about struggles, but about love, determination, and hope. Raju had shown Aditi that even the smallest actions could create a ripple of change in the world. And through their story, they inspired countless others to dream and never give up.